I called it. I called it. Guys, we have a problem. Look at this footage of the survival world. So a couple days ago, I hopped into the world. I was gonna work on some things in between episodes, and then this happened. It's not good. Not good at all. Now, thankfully, after a fresh reload, things were running smooth again, but that frame rate issue, combined with some other strange things that have been happening behind the scenes in this world, we need to solve the problem. And today. Like, subscribe, and let's take a look at the villager breeder. I'm like 99.9% sure that the villager breeder is causing the problems inside of this world. We walk over here, and all of a sudden it's smooth. Villager breeder. I don't know what's going on here, and why you thought this was appropriate, and who thought it was a good idea to get like 1 million villagers inside of here. So many villagers that you have a guard, your own personal security. That's expensive. What is going on here? I feel like this is probably a lot of the problem when it comes to the lag inside of this world. I have an idea. This idea, a solution to the lag issues inside of this world, is going to have us building with two of the most beautiful yet classic blocks of all time. Cobblestone and sweet stone. I don't know exactly what caused the frame rate issue before and what is causing some of the other issues, but I'm definitely not ready to lose this world quite yet. There are so many things going on inside of this world that I would like to keep. For today's episode, I was so tempted to set up some sort of offshore facility, maybe off in the water over there, but I would like to be able to see this thing too. Corrupting our survival world is a highly offensive offense. It's not good. A couple episodes ago, when we set up this house over there, it started to fill up this line over here. You know, make the world, like, feel more finished. I think we could do the same thing, like right over there today. So that's where we begin. So look, I've got a vision for this build today. This vision involves some building blocks. I was thinking maybe the corner of the build could be right there. Then what we could do is, that'll be the corner, so this will be a section right here. We'll go 2, then I'll have a window right here eventually. Then that'll be the final piece of that window segment. Then we have a middle spot, and then I think we start it again. So that'll be another window right there, and then that's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, wait, if we're gonna put a window here, maybe like one more right there to border. Yeah, so clearly, as you can see here today, I have a very scientific, highly planned out plan. Yeah. Okay, look, maybe I don't have a highly scientific planned out plan, but that's fine. I know exactly what kind of building I'd like to build, and that's all that matters. Well, I start to get the foundations of our build in today, though. Let's rewind a little bit and talk about this problem. So, I looked into it when I was having those frame rate issues, and then I've also had issues with, like, pages disappearing from written books, which is really weird. I've been playing this game for like 10 years, and over the span of that time, I've had old worlds, like worlds that have existed for a long time. Definitely longer than this one, and I've never had that problem before. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, which, by the way, I totally could be. I'm no expert when it comes to, like, Minecraft worlds and strange bugs, but from what I found out, it seems like this world could possibly be corrupted or, like, some kind of problem with it, and that's really not good, like, not good at all. Because I'm technically not 100% sure as to what's actually going on in this world. What we're working on today very well might not solve any of the problems, and this world might be too far gone. So look, long story short here, this is all 100%, or in fact over 100%, the villagers' fault, entirely. And hopefully this will fix the problem forever. It is for that reason that we will be throwing all of the villagers in jail. Yeah, there's no easy way to say it, so I figured I would just come out and say it. But here's the thing, not just any jail, no. For the offense that the villagers have committed, this needs to be a maximum security facility. With all of the problems the villagers have been causing inside of this world for like 6 months now. Yeah, this is not good, highly punishable. So for our build today, we're gonna pull out that classic stone cobblestone combination. What I'd like to try and see if we can do is build a build, like, basically entirely out of these two blocks, and see if we can, like, basically make it look good. This build is gonna sit pretty far away from everything that we're doing, so if it doesn't look good, I'll just plant like 1 million trees in front of the build, and we'll never see the build. I'm a nice guy, I really am. I thought about it for a while. I actually left the world after having that lag issue for like a couple days and kind of just thought about things, what I could maybe do. I thought of maybe a trading hall. Like a trading hall could be really, really useful, right? But I don't know if I need that many villagers for a trading hall. Like to be honest, it's an absurd amount of villagers. What could I do with all of those villagers instead of one trading hall? At least right now, probably not much. So here's the plan. To make this prison turn into a maximum security facility, what I'm gonna do here is build this thing nice and tall, like really high up off of the ground. Then, while I'm doing that, what I'll go ahead and do is fill this all in. Have the stone, the cobblestone, go all the way down back to the ground. While I'm filling all this stuff in, I'll work on creating some kind of random varied pattern, you know, something like that. And then maybe at the end, we'll come back and put more rocks out front or like plants or, you know, something to cover this up. The lower part of the build it's gonna be flat, for sure. The lower part of the build is definitely gonna end up being a little bit flat, but I think that's fine. Not that this is a castle or anything, but I was taking a look at castles when trying to figure out what I wanted to do for this build, and it seems like a common theme here with like the base of the castles is it usually starts off like really, really flat and then gets like a little bit more detailed the higher up you go, right? And again, not that this is a castle, but maybe you could consider this like the preliminary castle, like the castle before the real castle. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like 4 block tall window would probably maybe be good. I mean, I guess I'll just have to get more in and kind of find out. But yeah, maybe we do that for the window. Now for the inside of the build, which I think is going to be on this level right here. Don't want it too close to the window, you know. If it's close, they could climb out or something. Anyways, for the inside of the build, I'll probably put the floor on like this spot right here. Just do spruce slabs all over this thing. Down below that in the basement, I'll go ahead and run around and put a little bit of torches. Like I said, I'm a nice guy. Even though I don't like the villagers and what they've done to my world, I don't need them being tormented for all eternity with the sound of sweet, sweet zombies right below the floor. No, that would be a nightmare. So let's see, how in the world do I add a little bit of spice to this thing? Like right now, really, really flat. With the amount of space that I saved in here, I was hopefully planning on adding like an arch to the front of this thing. So I guess let's start there. Let's start with the arch. Let's see, maybe staircase, right? And then maybe we could do solid block, right? And then we go up like a little bit more, and then maybe we could do with the window right there, maybe we go up one more, we do another staircase, we curve it around, and then the window gets capped off right back there. So then what we could do is probably the same thing on the other side. Oh, that's it, that's the whole division right there. That's all we need to do. We do a couple staircases curving around this thing, and it's perfection. And then maybe in the middle we do something a little bit different, have it hang a little bit lower. I think I want to do like maybe like some walls, or maybe we do that as like solid block back right there, and then we do walls hanging down. Yeah, that could be cool. Or you know what? Maybe that's weird that it lines up. So take that back out, put the wall right there, and boom, there we go. But I don't know if I want it to go up. So maybe what we do is we put a slab right there and have an arch like that. I think that's perfect. So let's see. Let's copy it again. We do a staircase right there. We do a staircase right there. We do a solid block right there. We do a solid block right there. And then at the end, we do another staircase right there. And then in the middle, we do the slab. So we have that like that. Yeah, that's definitely gonna make the wall look a little bit better. You want to get the details, like room, space to breathe in your builds, right? So anyways, like I said, it's not a castle. Definitely not. However, I think a castle vibe is gonna it's gonna make it really clear that, oh, like don't mess with this place, right? So basically what I'm saying here is maybe we could try and do something like this on this side, you know, have like this castle looking vibe going on up top. We'll take all this dirt scaffolding away and then go ahead and take a step back and look at the masterpiece. Masterpiece? Yeah, you know, kind of a masterpiece. I mean, maybe it's admittedly a little early in the build to crown it as a masterpiece, but like, yeah, I think that could look good. Now let's talk about these things. These are gonna be like the grand entrance towers. I was thinking maybe on a grand entrance tower we could switch it up a little bit and do some andesite walls, because somehow, for some reason, illegally, where is the stone wall? Like, devs, tell me where the stone wall is. We have cobblestone wall. We have literally every other type of wall. Where is the stone wall? Appreciate the devs for giving us options here. So I guess we'll go with the andesite wall. I mean, it's close, right? It maybe break up the sameness of the build, well, it's still keeping it pretty same. you know? I'm in love with arches, so let's go ahead and make another one. We can start our arch like that, and then I'm setting things back so we have room to like pull things out and make it look really, really castle-y and cool. So maybe what we do is like staircases and like pop this thing back out, you know, kind of like that. And then maybe from there we could go straight up, maybe another window in the middle. That could be kind of cool. Try to think about like depth and detail though, and maybe we could start working even more walls in, even if we are missing half of the walls that we would need. I think it would look good. For the sides of the build today, I was thinking like basically the same exact thing. We copied this whole arch thing that we figured out on that side, maybe modified a little bit because we have 3 windows instead of 2, but yeah, like basically the same thing. For the back side of the build, which I haven't done anything to yet, I think what I do is I basically copy the side of the build too. So I don't know about you, but if you ask me, which go ahead, ask me. If you ask me, I think that's a pretty solid plan. Now, we build. At this moment, a good chunk of you might be wondering what kind of scent would inspire such an evil yet secure looking build. And of course, that's gonna be a candle called Holiday Spruce, because after all, I mean, it's November. 'Tis the season, right? So at this point, I'm almost done with the build. Like, not all the way done, clearly, but making really, really good progress. Pretty much the final thing, the final piece of this build puzzle today is gonna be a second story. I think this build is to make it look even more like cool, strong, evil, big, large, massive, you know, all those things. And it's raining. It's always raining. Like every time in this world. Every time. Sorry about the rain, guys. Anyways, to finish off the build today, what I want to do is add a second story. And the second story is going to be pretty similar to the first story. Basically, what I'd like to do is add a small section with, like, even more iron bars to really, you know, like, emphasize this whole jail vibe thing. And then up at the top of this thing, do even more, like, castle-like things, you know? To cap it all off. Over here on the front of the build, I mean, I have 4 more andesite walls, so might as well go ahead and use those things up all the way. And what we'll do is continue these tower things that I was setting up on the front all the way up to, like, this spot right here, and then cap them off nice and easily with, wait for it, even more castle things. Common theme, right? Ah, that's so much better. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I like the weather, but the rain, sometimes the rain is a little much. I wish it looked different. So after I get all those top windows in, it's staircase time. But not just staircase, it's also wall time too. Then finally, after all of that, up on the tippy top of the build, it's slab time. I'm going to put slabs on top of all the staircases, and then also, I'm going to put more spruce slabs all the way across the top of this build. I'll put a couple torches down in there on the floor. Hopefully that's going to stop all mobs from spawning inside of this build. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is like one of the tallest and maybe one of the bigger builds in this entire world. I think that's pretty cool. So, a little bit of time later, and there we go. The entire ceiling of the build is on, and look at this thing. This thing is so tall. Today, I think we only really need 1 room inside of this thing, but like in the future, if I ever need to come back in and maybe like split the build up for some reason, oh, yeah, definitely we have room, and also definitely, I think our build challenge worked out today. I mean, the build is simple, right? It's very, very one color, but that was also kind of the point the entire time. I mean, look, it's a maximum security prison. It's not supposed to be beautiful. But, speaking of beautiful, there is one more thing that I would like to definitely do outside of this thing. To make it look a little bit more beautiful, at least, like, around the build, definitely gotta hook this thing up to a path, so I was thinking maybe I'll just cut it over that way. Maybe there's a way I could link this up to Granny's pumpkin pie shop that sits right over here, like, maybe cut the path off, like, I don't know, this way or something. Yeah. We'll just do something like this. Nice and simple. And then terraforming. So because I use so much gray on this build, I decided that I need more gray boulders all over the place. I mean, I don't know. Instead, what I'm gonna do is place a couple cobblestone slabs here and there. That'll be like rocks on the ground. We get a couple smaller rocks out of cobblestone, and then maybe some bigger, dark rocks out of cobbled deep slate. Cobbled deep slate is gonna give a good contrast to this build over here. Maybe even mix in a little bit of normal deep slate too, and make it look like we have some kind of giant like dig or there's something going on here. Like, I don't know. Maybe the villagers inside of this thing, they've been captured and now they mine for me. Forever. Sounds useful. I'm gonna need to come up with like a proper entrance door thing. And I know for sure that I want it to be like, we have bars hanging down, right? Like, oh, do not come here. So maybe we start with bars like that, and then I just like build it out, build it back a couple blocks so the bars don't connect to the wall, and then I think we'll be good. Where do you come from? No, stop it. Where do you come from? Where do you even come from? I'm a nice guy. I've said it a couple times in today's episode. I haven't said it to justify any of the things that I'm like doing or anything. It's simply because I'm like literally a nice guy. The final thing that we're gonna need to do over here before we can actually move the villagers into this thing is, of course, give them a proper spot to sleep. That's what they're really worried about. So I think if we just get a bunch of gray wool, maybe make all the beds match in this thing. Yeah. That should look pretty good. Because they won't have access to any sort of food over here, they shouldn't be making any more villagers. And if I come over here and discover that they are eventually making more villagers, then I have a different solution. Oh shoot, you know what I just realized? The villagers also need a shower, right? Like, somewhere to stay clean. So for that, somehow I just crafted the first tripwire hook in the world, and I think this will be the shower, or like the bathtub, right? You got a bathtub and you got a shower. I think I'll put one over here too. And now, lads, it's time. Villager friends, escapees, you're fine. You can just go ahead and run wild, go do whatever you want. The problem is the villagers over here. What have you done, my friend? What have you done? Get out of the door and into the boat. Come on. Pathfind out of here. I know you want out. Look, freedom. Sweet freedom. Come on. I know you can do it. Beautiful. Yeah, come on, fine. Look. Oh, hey. Not so fast. My door. Where is my door? Did you steal my door? What are you all doing? Oh no, this is not good. I did not plan for this. How am I gonna do this? They're gonna get everywhere, and I don't want that. No. All right. Look. Real funny, buddies. Real funny. The door is back there, and you're all right here. Okay. Ha. It's so funny. You stay there. No. Oh, the warden hears your villagers. Yeah, you better quiet down. Yeah. Oh, no, they keep doing it. No. All right, well, look, maybe I should do this first. First things first. Jessica, Melvin, you are going too crazy. It's too much. So, I need to turn this villager breeder off. That's all I need to do. But place the block there, and you should not make any more babies. I hope. Whenever I need to turn this thing on, I'll just come back and turn it on. No big deal. Oh, but villagers, I did not think about how I was going to actually, get the villagers into this thing. And now I'm in this thing. Oh no. Hold on, this could be perfect. Look at this. And great. I've now accidentally that's what I thought. No. Don't do that. well, anyways, I finally have the first villager of the day, and oh, yeah, look at this. You hang around the villagers so long, I guess you become one yourself. Can I sail the villager across this field without ruining everything? Debatable. All right, well, look, here goes nothing. We sail into the field bravely and boldly. Villager friend, you're gonna love where I'm taking you. Ah, yes, a roadblock. But unfortunately, there is a little bit of a dip down, and then I have to go back up. So I think if I just off-road it over here, maybe go around, somehow go around. Quick, think fast, brainstorm. Here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and make a temporary bridge, turn this all into path blocks, same level as the farmland. I should be able to easily sail right across this thing, and then I'll link it up over to this path. Then when I'm done transporting all of these villagers, I'll just go ahead and, I have to move up a little bit. Well, it's okay. If I can get him to here, maybe I'll use like a workstation or something. Anyways, back into the boat. First workstation I can find on the crafting table is this grindstone. Villager, you now work at the grindstone. Just trust me, bro. Yeah. Grindstone? No. It's more like stone cutter. You work at the stone cutter. Yeah. Look at how much better this is. Yep. Okay, you're so close. Now listen. The final workstation where I want you to work is inside of there. Go ahead and go inside of your, go inside of Home Sweet Homes. You see? You see, the villager wants to live there. Aw. Now all I need to do is do that like just a couple more times. Oh boy. This should be fun. And so, after moving like 7 or 8 villagers, I realized how annoying of a process this was going to be. 7 or 8 villagers took literally 30 minutes. The 30 minutes or more even to move them from over there to over here. It was at this point that I realized I was going to need a different solution. So look, here's the thing. It's not that I'm exactly thrilled about this solution, but it is going to be a lot more efficient. Also, with what I would call almost a solid handful of villagers inside of that thing, I mean, it's not like the build is going to waste. I could always give those villagers a little bit more food and, breed them up manually in there and, build the build out even more. Today's comment of the day is going to be a little bit different. Instead of a meme or a comment or anything like that, it's going to be a tweet, and more specifically, the replies to one of my tweets. So do you remember that tweet that I showed you at the beginning of the episode? Well, the replies justify this, okay? First things first, Iron Golem, you're gonna have to go away. Really, really sorry about this, buddy. You should, cook up, relatively quickly here. And just in case, a little bit more lava. You're making me nervous. Keep it back there, okay? And for the head, we'll go ahead and land the final hits. Whoa, bad idea. Look, it's not that I think this is a nice option, but I want that juicy Iron Golem head. Villager friend. Oh, villager friend, you should probably watch out. There's lava right there. No. Oh, no, this is bad. Iron Golem, I will need you to move, sir. Goodbye. Please drop ahead. Any and all villager friends, please stay inside of the facility.
I think I placed that wrong.
So the replies to that tweet, they shocked me. They really did. You guys are monsters. To suggest burning the villagers to maybe, thin this thing out a little bit? Come on. The villagers are so useful. You can use them for so many different things. How could you suggest just burning these things up? You're a monster. Don't you feel bad for telling me to burn them up? That's crazy. How could you give me this idea? Really? How could you give me this idea? See, the sad thing is, from taking the villagers out this way, I don't even get, the cool mob heads or anything. I don't know. It's kind of sad. And, of course, we run the risk of burning the floor down if I'm not careful. Oh, you got a new job. Congratulations. Well, anyways, our villager problem, I think this is a little bit better. I don't know if I should fully remove all of them, so we'll just go ahead and leave this many villagers. This many? 30? 20? That's a lot better than 100. PP Temple, the farm that was so good that almost corrupted my entire Minecraft world. Thank you all so much for watching the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe for more. If this wasn't the actual problem with my world and you know that something else is going wrong, please let me know down below. Patron gang, a big thank you. Doug, CK, Rob, Michael H, and the Great Vegeta. Early access to these episodes is still on Patreon. This has been me, Wattles. I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.